Liberalism versus liberals versus the left? Or, are you sure you're a liberal? Hey, it's Prince of Queens, and I've been getting a lot of comments from both conservatives as well as liberals who seem to think I'm about ready to cross over to the other side. You see, like many people who have spent their entire lives on one side of the political spectrum without really having to deeply question it, I'm beginning to have a strong identity crisis in regards to what to call myself. Am I really left leaning anymore? What does that even mean? I'm not even left handed. I consider myself a liberal in the way that I like liberty, and I'd like to think I side with progress, so I guess that should make me a progressive. Except, well, obviously, that has every reason to be a dirty word at this point, with the way that it's been misused. In a perfect world, I'd advocate for quote unquote social justice, but I've made an entire video about how social justice no longer has almost anything to do with justice, and is now just a complicated ideology of systematically silencing people with the wrong philosophical beliefs by way of telling people whose opinions are more valid based on their race, gender, sexuality, or disability status, just as long as these individuals who act as vessels of social justice doctrine peddle the correct narrative, of course, and if not, get that coon bitch out of here. For as long as I can remember, the political left and the Democrats have held a monopoly on what is considered liberalism, but things have changed in the past, and perhaps they are changing again. Abe Lincoln was a Republican who freed the slaves, remember? Dave Rubin said just today that he's starting to feel that the left is officially no longer liberal. And while I don't want to 100% endorse that statement as if it's also my own, well, that's only because of a few very exceptional people I know, mostly those who consider themselves alt-left. Regardless, the notion that the left and the Democratic Party in America is becoming entirely regressive is not something that is going away anytime soon. People are saying this for a reason. I was talking to my elderly father today about my naive belief that there is going to be some moment when a gigantic percentage of people on the left just admit defeat and that they were wrong about basically everything, and that they should have been listening to me and a select handful of people they've smeared all along when I tried to warn them against blaming every problem in the world on every white man in the world. And I still feel like I'm waiting for this magical moment where they say, "Hey, Prince, you were right. Sorry. Maybe I will check out those channels you recommended." But until that moment comes, I have to just wonder if leftists are largely just people who are out of touch with reality and living under a false notion of what equality and freedom truly is, choosing instead to believe in what is essentially a dated fairy tale of a narrative. It's like people who were totally racist and homophobic in the 70s. They just didn't get that times were changing. As they kick and they scream, it becomes clear that a lot of them have, at the very least, an extremely strong emotional investment in believing that it was acceptable to vote for Hillary Clinton even after she stole the nomination from Sanders. They want to believe that women's inconsistent preferences are always more important than the rights of men and boys, and also that women's rights are compatible with Islam, because we all suffer under the white male patriarchy, don't you know? But don't bring up that brown male patriarchy, you fucking shitlord, and get your ass down to the Black Lives Matter march to discourage police officers from doing their jobs in black neighborhoods, even when they might be doing their jobs well. We still don't like police officers, on principle. I mean, seriously, wasn't that a wonderful bedtime story? I guess it wasn't a great fairy tale because all sorts of people are waking up, but they aren't all yawning begrudgingly and wiping the crud out of their eyes, realizing that although we might not be particularly happy with Trump, we are at least grateful Clinton lost. No, many people can't even do that. They can't admit that Hillary Clinton was going to start a war with Russia, and she simply wasn't an option. And left leaning people that I could have sworn were cool and intelligent 5 years ago are saying they want to start a civil war now. Like, seriously, a bunch of hippies, feminists, and Black Lives Matter activists think they're going to take on the right wing? Good luck with that. Are you planning on watching right wing YouTube tutorials to learn how to shoot? Fucking idiots. If these people are the left, then the left does not represent liberalism. No, I am not saying that the right does either entirely. I kind of feel like we're in one of those weird moments in culture where the earth is basically being ripped in half, twisted, and then put back together. And we're all going to be lucky if we find our way home. You can call me a classical liberal. You can call me alt-left. Or you can call me a centrist. That's fine. But don't call me right-wing, because I have yet to see any reason to believe that I have any qualities that would directly associate me with the right. Besides that, a lot of right-wing people seem to like me pretty well, which is not grounds to be associated with the label, but cool, I guess. I don't have a problem with people liking me. More so, don't call me a Democrat. I'm just not a Democrat. Can't do it. And I suppose you shouldn't call me left-wing so readily anymore. Yeah, I said it. Drop me a comment and stay tuned.